Hello, and welcome back to Ask Abby Dreyer. Last week, we talked about fighting pandemic isolation and reaching out to your friends and loved ones and just saying hi, seeing what conversations could come from that. And did everybody make fun plans? Have you had hours long conversations catching up, or do you have stuff on the calendar in the future? I hope so. That's not what I want to talk about this week. This week, I want to talk about that one text or that one phone call that you didn't make for whatever reason. Maybe you just you weren't sure whether or not it was going to be a good conversation when you picked up that phone. Maybe the last time you talked, the conversation didn't go well. Maybe there's some uncertainty whether or not they are actually wanting to hear from you. We all have those. We all have those moments of uncertainty or imposter syndrome or, recovering from a disagreement. And so I'm curious if you're stopping yourself from talking to them because you're afraid or because you really don't want to talk to them. So, since this month is supposed to be about boundaries, I thought this would be a fun exercise to go through where if there is that person that you want to reach out to, but you also kind of don't want to reach out to, take some time to think about why. Was it that they said something really inappropriate and you're not really sure that you have the emotional fortitude to hear something like that again? Or maybe you were the one who said something that was not received well and you're not really sure if you've recovered in their eyes. Is there a way that you can apologize, or is there a way that you can start to mend fences? Do you want to? Is this something that was so egregious you're just ready to let that relationship be a memory and not something that you continue to keep going on? I think we all have those, and especially with the polarizing events of 2020, people stop talking to each other because of mask drama. People stop talking to each other because of racism and white supremacy, and a lot of reasons that people kind of cut other people out of their lives. And I think now is the time to start really looking into whether or not that needs to continue and you never talk to them, or if there's some way that you can find your way back and have some kind of a cordial, friendly relationship. So I would encourage you this week to think about those people that maybe you cut off earlier in 2020. What decisions have they made? Have they continued to prove themselves to be the kind of person that you don't want to interact with? Or did you just not have the emotional fortitude at the time, but time has passed? Maybe you've both healed a little bit, and maybe you can have a full conversation now. I'm curious how those conversations will go. So please leave something in the comments for me if you have a good story to tell or even a bad story to tell. This is a time of rebirth and renewing, and it's a new year, it's a new time, it's a new presidency in the US. What else is going to be new? And what else is going to remain old?